Hello, my oily friends. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. And I'm excited to be with you today as we talk about hormone health and happy hormones, how to have happy hormones. So I thought this little cartoon drawing, whatever you call these things, was just too funny. Made me laugh. So yeah, mood swings available every 10 minutes. Like we don't hear enough jokes about hormones as women, but some of them do make me laugh. All right, so let's get going and dive into some content here. So 80% of women suffer from hormonal imbalance. That's a lot of women. So pretty much this content, this information is for everyone. That number kind of surprised me, and I'm sure it surprises you too. And to give credit where credit is due, I got most of this information from Dr. Ashley Anderson. Thank you, Dr. Anderson. She taught a wonderful breakout session called Healthy Hormones at Convention in September. She was awesome. And so I put it together in a little class here I did on Facebook, and I thought I'd throw it up on YouTube too. So, okay, so here we go. I never understood why toxicity was always talked about when talking about healthy hormone imbalances. It didn't make sense to me. I mean, of course, reducing toxic load is important for health, but I didn't understand specifically why we talked about it when we talked about hormone health. But she explained it so clearly, and that and I don't know why, no one, it never clicked for me before, but when we have toxins in our body, certain toxins in particular, and we'll go over those in a minute, they mimic hormones. And so then if the endocrine system is thinking, oh, we already have these hormones present in our body, then it stops producing them. But we really don't have the hormones. Our body just thinks we do because of these toxins. So it's totally tricking our body, right? So, light bulbs just went off for me at that moment. I was like, oh, that's why we always talk about detoxing when we're talking about hormone health. So now I fully understand that and all on board with that, even though I was already eliminating toxic load for lots of other reasons that I was concerned about, mainly cancer. But now I'm seeing there's so many other benefits beyond that. So an average woman exposes herself to 167 chemicals on her face and body getting ready in the morning. That is pretty crazy. That's a lot, right? So, and here I am with no makeup on, and yeah, it's kind of how I roll. All right, so what are these suspected endocrine disrupting chemicals that we need to be aware of? There's quite a long list, but hair and beauty products, of course, and fragrance that we just saw, like in the last slide there, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, metals, pharmaceutical drugs, synthetic and naturally occurring hormones, and then industrial chemicals. So a few things to be aware of, and those are big groups, right? But we're going to break it down and talk about this. One's a little bit harder to read, but I love that this kind of broke it down and gave some really specific examples of things that are not good and then alternative things. So I love this little website called Detox and Prosper. I thought it was cute. So they have air fresheners and candles, which of course we already know, right? Essential oils and the diffuser, so much better for you in so many ways and cheaper. Plastic water bottles, not good. So those also contain endocrine disruptors. And glass bottles are better, or, stainless steel works too, ceramic or porcelain, sorry. But anyway, they suggest glass bottles here. Insecticides. So of course we know that that's not good either. DIY recipes, which we have recipes for those all over the place, Pinterest, and I put a lot of them up on our Facebook page. I've done a lot of those. I think I have a past gardening class that you can go check out. But yeah, and they show you right here, a very simple, easy recipe is, well, pretty much any essential oil with some water and a little bit of castile soap works really well. Flea and tick products, eek. Coconut oil, they're saying to use. We just did the pet class not too long ago. I love lemon eucalyptus. There was a flea and tick collar recipe on there. So there you go. Great options for flea and ticks. Mothballs, definitely, yeah, not good there. they had this fun little idea for a cheesecloth filled with bay leaves, cedar chips, cinnamon stick, lavender, and rosemary. How fun is that? So cute. Of course, we could also make something with essential oils to help repel moths that would smell much better than mothballs too. Oven cleaners, also not very good. Try using some baking soda and a vinegar scrub. I like to add lemon essential oil to it as well. Gives it a little bit more grease fighting power. Dryer sheets are awful. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. Anyway, of course, I'm so glad you read this and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I stopped using those like 7 years ago. But how many years did I use them for? Anyway, but it says most contain at least 7 hazardous chemicals. Eek. Anyway, the wool dryer balls are amazing. You can make them, you can buy them. You can put a few drops of essential oil on them towards the end of their cycle if you want to add some scent. Great options. Glass cleaner, also not a great one. And so many different options for cleaning glass. You can use a water and vinegar and lemon juice spray. There's lots of recipes out there. I like those Norwex cloths. I love their window cloth, is really good. So lots of options for getting rid of those yucky toxins in our home. So if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, it's okay. Don't worry. There's always step 1, right? Which I believe this is the easiest, if you have not yet, the easiest thing to eliminate in your home. And that is the scented candles, plugins, air fresheners of whatever kind, and just diffuse essential oils. And if you don't have a diffuser or you can't get one for whatever reason, just get a little spray bottle and mix up an air freshener with some essential oils and water. You can throw in a little bit of rubbing alcohol or well, even like vodka sometimes, actually, just something to help mix up with the oil and the water to help it keep emulsified in there. And then just shake it and then spray it. So you can do a little room spray. Doesn't have to be in a diffuser, but that is a great, super easy way to eliminate some toxins in your home. But it's most important to not be overwhelmed and just find something easy and make a change. And then a month or two later, make the next change. Or maybe you do it just as things run out and you replace it with a healthier option. I did that for a while. And then now we just kind of reassess at the beginning of each year. Is there anything else that we're doing that we could, eliminate? Like a few years ago, I got rid of all of our plasticware and we just switched to all glass. Just little things like that, just to what can we do to continually be improving our lifestyle and our health. All right. So if you've been exposed to tons of toxic chemicals and you're like, oh no, now what? How can I detox? And I love this from doTERRA. It talks about what are a few products that you can use. So, we don't want to overwhelm and talk about a million of them, but what are a few that we could use to help eliminate toxicity, toxic load in our body. My goodness, you guys. All right. So PB Assist. Love PB Assist. That's double encapsulated. It's got prebiotic and probiotic. Really good for helping reduce toxic load and detox your gut. Digest Zen Terrazyme. I love that supplement. Take it several times a day. So it also supports natural detoxification. Then we have the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is obviously three bottles, 3 different parts of it. But it's always part of any detoxing cleanse, right? We need nutritional supplements. And lemon oil. Lemon oil is really good to be taken internally to help with detoxifying. It helps break down petrochemicals and it just breaks those right down so that your body can eliminate them. So these are just going to help facilitate your body. Our bodies know how to detox, right? But we have too much in our environment, and these products will help your body and give your body the support that you need to eliminate those toxins quicker so that we don't have kind of a backlog of them, if you will. All right. So here's the time to reflect. If you're feeling overwhelmed, like I said, just take a minute and think maybe back and go, okay, what are some changes I've made over the years, and kind of pat yourself on the back for those, so that you are, like I said, giving yourself credit for what you've done and changes you've made, and then just picking a few that you can use to change to move forward to help have a cleaner, healthier life. Okay, so here we go with Dr. Ashley's protocol that she suggested at convention in her breakout. So first we have 2 drops of frankincense under the tongue twice a day. This doesn't taste good, I'm not gonna lie, but it helps with so many things. So frankincense under the tongue helps with clearer thinking, improved cognitive function. It helps with like a better mood, increased mood, and decreased anxious feelings. It helps with immune support. It helps with cellular function, and it also helps with hormone imbalances. So lots and lots of reasons to take frankincense internally each day, but those are a few of them. Next, we have the Lifelong Vitality Pack, taking twice a day. Again, a million reasons to take this. So good for you. But like we just talked about, it helps to decrease toxic load, also helps with hormone support. Our bodies, we just don't get the nutrition that we need these days. Our soil is depleted. We have to eat, ridiculous amounts of fruits and vegetables to get all of the vitamins and minerals that we need. It's virtually impossible. So we need to take a whole food supplement that's bioavailable. Our bodies know what to do with it. And doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality is the very best that we can get our hands on right now. Let's see. Okay, next we have copaiba. So copaiba soft gels are good for lots of things as well, boosting immunity, aches and pains. And she suggests taking it during menstrual cycle to help calm and soothe the system. So if I'm having cramps or struggling with that discomfort during my cycle, I usually use the deep blue polyphenols, but I'm going to try these next time because why not? Maybe it'll help even more. But the deep blue polyphenols have been my favorites when I do need them. Next, we have the phytoestrogen. And phytoestrogen is great because it helps get rid of the yucky estrogens that we've been exposed to and that our body can't get rid of. So you can take 1 to 2 a day, depending upon the severity of your symptoms. You can take them just during your menstrual cycle, or you can take them all month long. I had amazing results with this. So shortly after I had my little girl, I think I was 36, and about a year or 2 after having her, right around there, I started having perimenopausal symptoms. So hot flashes, night sweats, really irregular periods with heavy bleeding and weight gain, and the list went on and on. And I was like, oh my goodness, I am way too young for this. And so I started taking the phytoestrogen religiously every day. And after about 6 months of taking it, things started getting back in a regular routine and cycle and cadence. And I was so, so grateful for that. And I kept on it for a few more years. And then I just thought, I don't know if I really need to take it anymore. So I probably took it for, let's think, just 1 minute, because I want to give you an accurate number. I didn't plan on telling this story, but then I had to when I got to the slide. I probably took it for about 5 years, actually. And then I've stopped. So a few years ago, I stopped taking it, and I've still been the same. So I'm thinking it kind of did what it needed to do in my body, and then wanted to take a break from it for a little while. And, perhaps I'll start back up if I need to, but so far things have been great. I'm 44 now. Still having, regular periods, and everything's good. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for how much it's helped me with my hormone balancing. Okay, next we have Clary Calm. And she suggested applying this one twice a day to pulse points, kind of just as you would perfume, right? Like on your wrists or over your heart, behind your ears. This one is not my favorite aroma. I don't really care for the smell of it. It's so strong. But this comes in a roller bottle, a 10 ml roller, and it is fully concentrated. It's not diluted down. So I took it and poured half of it out and diluted it down with fractionated coconut oil, and it is much better for me. So I like to use this one on my lower abdomen when I am having my period. If I'm having cramps, I'll do that along with the deep blue polyphenol that I said that I take. I'll also do it like on my ankles, just because that's your reflex point for your hormones, or ovaries, and helps with alleviating like PMS symptoms. So do like it for that. And my mom had great success using this one for hot flashes when she was going through that phase of life. She'd just roll it across her solar plexus and they would almost immediately be gone. She couldn't believe it. It was her miracle oil. She loved it. And then lastly, she has cyprus, which cyprus is the oil of flow. And so it kind of makes sense that you would use this during if you're having a heavy cycle and things are uncomfortable, to apply to your abdomen and bottom of the feet. So it will just help with that, with the flow, the natural flow of things. So I love cypress. I use it for lots of things. Never thought about using it to help with periods. I love it for circulation and like when I'm traveling on my legs or restless leg syndrome, I'll use it for that, carpal tunnel. But who knew that it was also good for menstrual cycles? All right, so that's all we've got. So we had to start with a comic, we have to end with a comic, and this is one I saw forever ago, and I laughed and laughed because I thought it was so funny. But yeah, hormone imbalances can do a lot of things, and we do tend to kind of blame it on other things because we don't know. But it probably is the hormones. Anyway, I hope that this provided some insight for you and that maybe gave you an idea of something to try that could help you, or a change that you could make in your life to give you better health that you deserve and need, so you can feel your best. And drop a comment. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or testimonials. I'd love to hear them. So anyway, that's all I've got, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.